Good evening. Welcome to the show. It's Right Here with Tony Moore, live from the lockdown in southwest London. Thank you so much for joining me yet again. 8 p.m. comes round, British summertime, and it's the Tony Moore and the rest of the gang around the world moment. The date today, in case anyone has lost all track of time, is the 13th of May 2020, and tonight is the 51st night in my consecutive series of evening shows that started way back on March the 24th, as nearly all of you know this now. Last night was our 50th celebration show. What a show that was. Fantastic chat with Lulu, talking about foaling, and or to make it give it a common term, horse midwifery. We had some performances from ILO and from Steve Cole playing his fantastic song, and we had special messages from Anoush and Georgia, and we had Taj Farrant from Australia just showing us how brilliant a 10-year-old guitarist can be, and made us all all us guitarists just want to give up now. So, how do we top that? Well, we don't. That's the secret in life. You don't have to top anything, right? You just got to do the thing that you do with the most passion. And life comes in undulating waves of of amazement. Sometimes the most amazing things happen, sometimes the most challenging things happen, but that is part of life's rich pageant, right? That is the tapestry of our existence. And so every single day is different. And because of that, every single day brings us some new opportunities that we didn't know we had before. So I don't know what we're going to do tonight. Well, I do, because I've prepared it, but I don't know how it's going to go, because I've got some new songs that I've just done some learning a little bit earlier on. But let's see who's in the room tonight. Thank you for being so prompt and punctual. It does not go unnoticed. So 26 in the room already. It's a good start. Thank you, Rania and Spiros, in here from the very beginning. They are the backbone, the technological and the researchological support backbone of this show that keeps it all going along. Hey Mo, welcome in. Tamsin Keating, of course. Hi Tamsin. Peter McZag, good evening, Peter. I think I've got something for you later on. Yes. You ask, I try and deliver. Crystal Bosselman, hello, Crystal. Welcome back. Haven't seen you for a day or so, maybe. Or maybe I just missed you in the chat room. It gets very busy. Can't see all of it. Diane Kitsey, hello, sis. Lovely to see you here. Hello, Elizabeth Roberts. Welcome back. You are here in the bosom of your friends. We love having you here. Ramsey Nasser, good to see you back as well. Janice McZag, the two McZags are in the house. Of course they are. Steve Cooper and the Cooper gang down there near Chichester, sending love to Sarah and Millie and you as well, of course, Steve. John Mahon, hello, John. Good to see you down in South Wales. Thank you for being here with us tonight. You are always welcome in here. I still haven't learned Galway Girl yet, but was it Galway Girl? I think it was, wasn't it? The original version. I'll do my best. I don't know where that time goes, but it goes, certainly. Hey, Sarah Twist, in at the beginning. Well done. Good to see you here. Thank you for your message yesterday. It's nice to know that people dress up for my show. I make the effort. Good evening, Steve Cole. Hope the family is well. Okay. There's quite a statement there. I think we'll just miss that. Ian Matthews is in the house. Hello, Ian. Lovely to see you here. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, should we find out a little bit more about Ian Matthews as he's here, as he's in the building? Let's have a look.
Hello everybody, I'm Ian Matthews, so you can put a face to a name. I just want to say thank you very much, Tony, for everything that you've done so far. The preparation I can really appreciate. It takes a huge amount of time. Spiros Malaris, Rania, doing great work behind the scenes. Really, really important that we're all together right now, and it's so good joining at 8 o'clock every evening, being entertained. Always something new, loving the variety, loving the banter in the chat on the chat room. You're all amazing, lovely people. Best wishes to you all.
Well, that was impressive. Hi, Ian. There's two of him. He's in charge of his technologies. We can see his bike that he often cycles on, but he doesn't miss the show despite exercising. So I hope that's a little encouragement for all of you. Hey, Jay Porter, I think I've got something for you and Jenny coming up. Simone and Lindner, hello, wie geht's? Welcome. Welcome. It's good to have you here, Simone, as always. Lulu is back. Hey, Lulu, we loved talking with you last night. We all learnt so much. And I think we've all got the image of an upside-down horse being swung from the ceiling and her interiors being manipulated into different positions. Oh, goodness gracious me. Anoush, hello Anoush. Yes, thank you for that beautiful piece of artwork that you created. I'm truly touched. You have great vision and great heart and soul, and it meant the world to me, so thank you for that. Sarah handed in her homework last night so she can pay attention tonight. That's good, yes, well done. Glad you got it all done. Dave Hills and Hills Gang are in the town. You're in town. Hey Dave, I'm sure Finn is watching. So Finn, I've got something for you that in turn is for you, Dave, but I'll tell you about it in a minute. Crow XP, Portugal in the house. Hello, Crow XP. Lou Fraser. Hello, Lou. I think are you new, Lou? If you are, welcome. If you've been before and I've missed it, apologies. But it's nice to have you here. Zach Bear. Hey, Zach Bear, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. We played some Zach Bear the other night, about 2 or 3 nights ago. We had the Zach Bear acoustic song on the piano. Thank you, Zach, for sending that over to us. I hope all is wonderful and well in your world. Wendy Porter in the house. Eric Cager. Oh, my goodness me. Good evening, Eric, in New Orleans. I'm guessing you're in New Orleans. Eric Cager is one of the most special, big-hearted, soulful, musical, and hard-working people I know. And the Cutting Edge conference that he puts together every year that I haven't been to for too many years was always one of the highlights of my year. And spending time with him in New Orleans and just talking about the stories of the old days. He knew and he knows everyone. Eric, it's good to see you. I hope you are keeping well, sir. And Elizabeth Roberts, yes, thank you. So, anyway, here we are. The show started, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of a taster of how Tony Moore's day starts, literally. So this is the start of my day, although a little bit later than I normally would start. It's 12:30, and here is the main meal of the morning, which is delicious scrambled egg, lightly scrambled with extra mature cheddar cheese, some black beans, refried Mexican black beans, and some very hot ghost pepper sauce. Delicious. And a little home-brewed coffee. Can't go wrong with that. After this, it will have to be a little bit of essential shopping. And then off to the studio to start preparing for this evening's show and for music I'm working on. So that's part one, the breakfast part of Tony's day. There you go. That's the Tony Moore way to start a day. A little bit later than many of you, but maybe not. Right, I think some music. What do you reckon? A little bit of David Bowie to kick things off. Put us in the comfort zone. Ziggy played guitar, jamming good with Weird and Gillet, and the Spiders from Mars. He played it left hand, but made it too far. Became the special man, then we were Ziggy's band. Ziggy really sang, Ziggy really sang. Screwed up eyes and screwed down hairdo, like some cat from Japan. You could lick 'em by smiling, you could leave them to hang. Came on so loaded, man, well hung in Snow White tan. So where were the spiders while the fly tried to break our bones? Just the beer light to guide us. So we bitched about his fans, and should we crush his sweet hands? Well, Ziggy played for time, jiving us that we were voodoo. The kid was just crass, he was the Nazareth God-given ass. He took it all too far. But boy, could he play guitar. Making love with his ego. Ziggy sucked up into his mind like a leper messiah. When the kids had killed the man, I had to break up the band. Ooh, yeah. Well, Ziggy played guitar. Just watch me now. Yes, a couple of odd chords there. I was so in my comfort zone watching you as I was performing the song that I forgot to look at my fingers. And suddenly they played a chord that wasn't in my head, nor was it in the original song. But it was kind of interesting, wasn't it? It was a little bit jazzlicious. Whenever I hear that song, or whenever I play it, I always think of the song that comes after it. I can't help myself. So I wonder, without checking on Google, can anyone tell me what they think is the song that comes after it on the Ziggy Stardust, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars album? Right, we are in the ads. Hello, Suzanne Carter. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you here. What have we got coming up tonight? Boy, have we got a show for you. Yes, we've got a show for you. At the 1:30 mark in 15 minutes, we have, of course, some more some more magic that we regularly have at 8:30 from Spiros Molaris. Slightly extended piece this, but very, very worth seeing. Then at 9 o'clock, we have Ilo doing a song for us. At 9:15, we join Calvin Parker, and we talk about his life and his experience in 1973, when on October the 11th, which was my birthday, by the way, that wasn't the day I was born, but but my birthday falls on October the 11th, but in 1973, anyway, he was abducted by aliens along with his friend. So we are going to take a little journey with him back. We did talk to him a few weeks ago, and we had some really terrible audio issues, so it was very hard to hear what he was actually saying. So we have the opportunity to speak to him again. We're very thrilled that he's agreed to come back on the show. And if you have any questions, please, will you put them in the comment box, and Rania will scoop them up. This is going to be fascinating stuff, right? We don't have a lot of time for these interviews, only 15 minutes. Then we have more stuff. We have more music from Lisa Canny at 9:30, and then more music from me take us all the way through to the end of the show. 10 o'clock, all gone, right? It's a lot to squeeze in. So I'm glad you've all squeezed in here. 31 of you have squeezed in. It's a tight space, you know. Life on Mars. Yes, well, I was thinking of doing that, but that's just a little bit. There's some chords in there that I can't remember, and I've got so much in my head going on right now. I have to tell you, it's quite the thing. Marika, hello. Finally finished teaching, cracking open spear and enjoying someone else singing to me. There you go. Welcome. It's good to see you. Hey, Tots, sending you lots of love. Right. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Is Jenny Gladman in the house? Has anyone seen Jenny yet? Has she turned up? We know, of course, that Jay's here, but is Jenny around? Because Jenny asked for a request, and I'm going to play it now. So I expect she'll turn up if she's not already there. And this is a song from a band called The Feeling. And for those of you who know, me and The Feeling go back a long way. I've known the guys since probably about 1998, 99 maybe a fraction later, when they were all studying at Westminster College, and after they graduated, they were coming down and playing at the Kashmir Club. But they weren't called The Feeling then, although they were all friends and playing together. They actually had a band called Horn, and they had a female singer called Farhan Hassan. Maybe you didn't know that. Anyway, they got a record deal, and basically the record company kept Farhan Hassan and dumped the band. Typical, really, isn't it? So Dan, who was writing and playing guitar in the band, said, well, I guess I should do the singing then. And they became The Feeling. And then they made that album that was the big hit. And then they've had this amazing career, and they're one of the best live bands. If you've never seen The Feeling, you've missed an enormous amount. Anyway, I love their songs, and Jenny keeps asking me to play them. So I did one before, and I'm going to do Rosé now. And this is a gorgeous song, and I've never played this before, so I'm going to give it a go. If anyone knows Dan, don't tell him if I mess it up. But do tell him if I get it right. That would be good, wouldn't it? I'm going to do the Tony Moore version, of course. That gets over all challenges. Do you like my space, by the way? Nice empty room. Just make sure there's no one here. Hello? Is there anyone there? You've moved all the furniture out. I know, so I could get the keyboards in. Hello? No one there. I think we're alone. You and your friends, boxes of 10. Cool to the touch, you warm me so much. The white to your left, the red to your right are all that I'd seen. So I realized that the love that I seek lies right in between. Rosé, I love you, especially today. Chill in my veins relieves me from pain again and again. I lose all control, you're taking your toll, I'm no longer sane. Don't be afraid, the love that I show is the love that you made. So don't be afraid, 'cause you're in control, I'm just your slave. Rosé, I love you, especially today. You down, I won't let him put you down. You're as good as the rest, and you're much better dressed. I think pink is my color, I won't drink from no other, never. I love you, especially today, especially this way. You, especially today. Rosé, I love your delicate way. Well, there you go. That's for Jenny Gladman, and of course for Jay. Big Feeling fans, as I am. And what a beautiful song. My head is so full of songs. 51 nights I've been doing this show, and every single night after the first week or so, I started learning at least one new song a night, sometimes two. And of course, that kind of all sits in what's that, working memory, right? So after a day or so, they do tend to fade a little bit. However, I do love the challenge of learning new songs and even trying out new songs, and I request my own new songs. So every time we've got a guest now, as you know, I try and think of an interesting song to lead into them, something to do with their story. And this one is not going to be Life on Mars, but it's going to be something interesting and very complicated. Oh, so many chords and key changes. Who's in the house still? Who's here with us? 32. Wow, we've upped it by 1. But at least no one's gone that. That's good. Hey, Patty Rhodes, you're in the house. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Love you. Anna Mazotic here. I love you too. Ian Rowland in the house. Love you too. Wow, it's a busy show. Wendy, thank you. I adore that song. And every time I've ever seen them play it live, it's always a real highlight in the show. So getting to play it has been a bit of a treat, really, for me. I will give it a bit of a practice as well. Camilla Hodjo Brennan, hello. It's nice to have some glamour in the house. Well, not that, yeah, you're all glamorous. Don't take it the wrong way. Sorry. Suzanne Carter, hello to the West Country. Sending lots of love down to you, your way. Simone Lindner, yes, you must go revisit Bowie, especially the Ziggy Stardust album. That is it. Did anyone, by the way? Oh, Stuart McKenzie, hello from Kiev. It's good to speak to you, Stuart. I'm looking forward to talking to you in the near future, by the way. So, did anyone come up with the answer to what the next track after Ziggy Stardust on the album is? Without checking, by the way. Thank you. Yes, it's a lovely room, isn't it, Ian? It's a little bit lonely up here at the very top of this building with this beautiful starlit night behind me. Thank you, Jay. Yes, I think Dan would have liked it. Ellen is watching. Hey, Ellen, sending lots of love over to you in Connecticut. Right, I'm going to play another tune now. And this is another request. Right. I was going to try and play this yesterday because the request really was for yesterday. So my apologies for not playing it yesterday. This is for Finn Hills. And as you all know, there are a few pockets of lovely people who've been part of the show almost since day one. Of course, there's Rania and Spiros, there's Tamsin, and there's Simone. And then there's the Cooper family, who are down in Chichester, and the Hills family down near Farnham. And so they've been watching almost every single night. Ian Matthews, of course, Stephen Pratt, Charlie Corey. But anyway, the family Hills have been watching. And individually sending me little messages every now and then, both saying nice things about what I've done and also requesting for songs, right? Because they're not necessarily all watching on the big screen like Ian does, which I'm very impressed. Some may be watching on their social media in different parts of the house. However, Finn has a birthday coming up. And he wanted to make a dedication to his dad because, like all of us, right, in this moment, financial things and just keeping life going things are really challenging, right? And unless you've got 50 million in the bank and you don't really care, and I doubt if that's all of us, right? You know, it's a bit of a worry how you just keep things moving along. So Finn wanted to dedicate a song to his dad. Now, it's really interesting the song he chose. The song is called Will You by Hazel O'Connor. And I don't think this is much common knowledge. I haven't really ever, I might have put it in one or two biographies, but I know Hazel really well. And I actually lived in her flat with her for a little while when I was homeless. It wasn't that I was homeless, I just didn't have anywhere to live. So it's a different thing, right? I was a musician. I was still gigging, but I'd left the flat that I was in, had nowhere else to go. And I was staying on her sofa and giving her little piano lessons. She was a fascinating character and eventually joined her band for a while. So I was in this band with her. Gary Tibbs, blonde-haired bass player, who used to wear white pointy shoes, which made me want to wear white pointy shoes, was in the band as well. And I don't want to be late with this. I'm going to tell you more after the King thing, because we're going to go to Spiros in a few minutes. But anyway, I was in her band. I left her band, disappeared. She made the film Breaking Glass, and everyone in the band was in the film except me, because I'd left and they didn't know where to find me. I missed my role. Anyway, this is Will You. This is for Dave from Finn. Gonna be okay, right? You drink your coffee, I sip my tea, and we're sitting here playing so cool, thinking what will be, will be. It's getting kinda late now. I wonder if you'll stay now, stay now, stay now, stay now, or will you just politely say goodnight? Closer to you, not knowing quite what to do. I'm feeling our fingers and thumbs. I spill my tea, oh silly me. It's getting kinda late now. I wonder if you'll stay now, stay now, stay now, stay now, or will you just politely say goodnight? Then we touch much too much. This moment has been waiting for a long, long time. It makes me shiver, it makes me quiver. The moment I'm so unsure, this moment I have waited for. Is it something you've been waiting for too? Take up your eyes, your soul, gather me near to you. Tell me your secrets, sing me the song, sing it to me in the silent tongue. It's getting kinda late now. I wonder if you'll stay now, stay now, stay now, stay now, or will you just politely say goodnight? It's getting kinda late now. I wonder if you'll stay now, stay now, stay now, or will you just politely say goodnight? Good night. And from there, we go to the wonderful magic of Spiros Polaris.
Yes. Would you mind taking a seat, please? Okay, I'll just plug it in. Okay, lean back for me. Tanya.
Yes.
Have you ever seen one of these before? It's a blindfold. It's a homemade blindfold because what's inside of here, there's metal foil inside, so you can't see through it. Now, traditionally what would happen is a magician would put this on themselves. Okay, and I can do that. That's what I used to do. I used to do a whole routine where I would be the one with the blindfold, and you would put dough in my eyes, and then you would put coins on top, and then tape, and you would over-embellish the fact that I can't see. Okay, and then I would name objects in people's handbags. Okay, and do you know what the audience used to say? I don't know how he's doing it, but he can see somehow. I'm doing a miracle, and they're reducing it to cheating. So I thought, well, how can I get round that? And I thought, well, the best thing to do is just blindfold one of them. Okay, do you know what else they said? They said I had spies in the ladies' loos looking at what they've got in their handbags. This is how ridiculous it is. And we've got to go over the top and say, you know, just an experiment, okay? The weakest muscle in the human body is the eyelid, okay? If you put your finger on your eyelid and try and open your eye, okay? Just try and open your eye. Who can? No one, right? So how can you put a coin on your eyelid and then tape it with gaffer tape? Now this is industrial strength tape, you could actually stop a pipe from leaking with this stuff. Okay, you can wrap it around a pipe and it will stop leaking. This is how strong this stuff is. I'm really sorry. Okay. The other thing I mean, I know you didn't recognise this. It's not like the one you've got at home. Your one at home it's not pink and it hasn't got the furry bit out. But apart from that, it's still a blindfold. Okay. Do I have your permission to blindfold you? Okay. Before we do that, what I'd like to do is make sure you can't see. Okay. Could you just put your hair back, please, so I don't catch any hair? Okay. All right. Okay. Do you see why I didn't pick one of you? Okay. Just that one there. Now, just close your eyes for me. Okay. Now, the important thing is that you eventually will confirm to us that you can't see. Okay. Now, I'm not going to take any chances here. You're right, yeah? Okay, we'll send the hostage letter tomorrow, yeah? Okay, I'm being as gentle as I can. Okay, that's lovely. Now, so far, can you see anything at all? Eh? You can't. I need you to shout out loud, you alright? Be American, because otherwise I can't hear you. Could you please lean forward a little bit? Okay. Like that, good, that's fantastic. Now, I'm going to just place that there to make sure you can't see anything, okay? Now, is it safe to say, is it fair that she can't see you? Is it fair? American? Yes. Does anybody have a problem with this so far? Because if you haven't, if somebody says that she can see, okay, later, I'm going to have a problem with it. So I need you to say now. If you think she can see, I'll put some more on. What? She can see. Maybe she can see from her nose. All right. Okay. So that's good. Now, what I'm going to do now is thought transference. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to transfer the thought from me and another person to Tanya. Okay. Now. So far, fair, is that right? Okay, if you don't think it's fair, this is not going to work. Now, there are a few magicians in the audience I know I can rely on. I'm going to pick, is Paul here? Paul, can you come up for me, please? Dr. Paul Cooper, everybody, thank you. Okay, Tanya can't. All right? So draw it for me, please. Anything you like. Anything you like. Now, Tanya, I'm going to give you a magic marker which is permanent. Okay. If you touch it on your fingers, your clothes, or anything like that, it won't come off. All right. So could you please? Actually, I won't use a dry marker. I'll do it on paper, and then you can't smudge it. Okay. Because with this, you'll be able to smudge it. What we'll do is we'll just use some paper. All right. Can you lean back? All right, so what we'll do is, let's have a think about this. Okay, all right, that's quite detailed. Of course. All right, yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Tanya, what I'd like you to do is just hold the pad for me, like that, okay? Just like that, okay. Give me your glasses, you won't need those. I know, it's funny, isn't it? Right, okay. Take the pen in your hand here, okay? Now, I'm going to... let me just put the cap on the back. Please don't touch the tip, because you will get ink everywhere. Okay, how do you hold the pen? Like that? Okay. Now, Tanya, your instructions are very simple. I'm going to place the pen on the paper for you, so you know you're in the middle of the paper, okay? You're then going to just move your hand up and down in lines. I'm going to direct you in your mind, okay? I'm going to tell you in your mind, go up, go down, go diagonally, draw a squiggly line, draw a circle. There'll be very definite instructions. They won't be loud, no one else will hear, you won't hear, apart from in your mind, okay? You've never done this before, is that correct? Okay, so the important thing here is that you The important thing here is that you just trust what you hear in your head. All right? Even if you might think, oh, I don't know if I really heard it. If you heard me say, do a diagonal line, go down halfway, stop, turn left, just do what you hear, okay? All right? Okay. There's the pen. Okay, start there. All right, you're going to draw now. Okay, now here's the instruction. Move the pen now, please. Move the pen now, please. Listen to what I'm saying to you inside. Move it. That's it. That's it. I did say a straight line. That's it. Did you hear me say that, yes? You heard me say that in your head?
Yeah.
Good, okay. I did say that. So just follow what you're listening to, okay? Just trust. Trust. I won't hurt you. I won't harm you unless you get this wrong. Okay. Again, please. Move the pen. That's it. More deliberate. That's good. That's good. Okay. Stop. Okay. Move it again now. Yeah. Stop. Move it again. Good. Stop. Okay. Thank you, Uncle Fred. Okay. So move it again now. Move it along. That's it. Move it along. Move it along. Stop. Move it along. That's it. Make it nice. Make it down. Take it off the page. Okay. Don't go so far. You need to know where the paper is. Take it back to. Let me just help you orientate yourself. Okay. There. Okay. Move it again. Now. That's it. That's it. Now. Make the movement. That's it. That's it. Good. Make the movement. Good. Stop. Move it across now. That's it. Move it. Okay, there's a little bit at the bottom you need to do. Move it down now. Move it down. Okay, make the movement. Okay, that's it. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to leave that here for a moment. Now I've got to get this stuff off. Tanya, you were amazing. Could you hear me talking to you? In your head, when I was saying, yeah, but listen, obviously you've never done this before, so you're thinking you haven't heard anything, but you did hear things, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, imaginary friends. You did hear things, didn't you? Now, it's important they know that you did hear things going on. Is that right? And you just followed what I asked you to do?
Yeah.
Okay, the drawing's not moving, by the way. There it is, okay? Okay, gently now. Gently does it. Try not to. Okay. What a great sport. Really great sport. Okay, stand here. Stand here. Stand here, because I'll tell you what, I'm so impressed with what you've done. You're stunned, aren't you? You're stunned. I tell you what, you'll be more stunned in a minute. Tell them what you've drawn. Just describe it.
A man on a boat with water and a rock on the bit.
That's a bit rubbish. And that's a bit rubbish. But it's pretty much there. Thank you so much. Wasn't that wonderful? Well done.
This is not what I meant by a lockdown! Get me out of here! Well, that was pretty amazing, wasn't it? Spiros Malaris. Just don't stay alone with him and gaffer tape. That's all I'm going to say, right? Whoa! That would. I'd have no eyebrows left after that, would I? What an amazing thing. More magic from Spiros Malaris coming up tomorrow, and in the meantime it's guitar and request time. Julian James is in the house. Welcome to the show, Julian. Kelly Webber Jones sending you lots of love and a big hug, tuning in from Luxembourg. Let's have a quick look. I've got lots to cram in, so I don't want to waste too much time chatting, although it's nice to have a little chat, isn't it? Nice to feel connected. So we are up to then an email came in and covered it up. 42, blinking heck. We're at level 42, ladies and gentlemen. Just in time for a request for Peter McZag. Yes, Peter McZag thought that whilst I'm on the Bryan Adams trip, I should do It's Only Love. Of course you thought that, didn't you? This is full of guitar solos and raucous singing. So I'm going to do my best to Tony Morify It's Only Love by Bryan Adams and Tina Turner, no less. This is for you, Mr. McZag. I hope you're safe and sound on the ocean wave, wherever you may be. When your heart has been broken and voices are spoken, it ain't easy, but it ain't love. If your life ain't worth living and you're ready to give in, just remember, it's only love. It's only love. When your world is shattered and nothing else matters, it ain't over. It's only love. And if life ain't worth living and you're about to give in, just remember, it's only love. 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 Yeah. You nutters asking me to do that on the acoustic guitar with no band and no Tina Turner and not being Bryan Adams. And my fingers hurt. Yeah, I mean, and 51 nights into a non-stop consecutive series of shows. Really? Is that what you were really thinking? But thank you anyway. It was fun, wasn't it? Who's still in the house? Is Eric still here? Is Mr. Cage still here? Dot Merwin has joined us from Austin. That's lovely. Jen Roberts has popped in to say hello. Hi, Jen. Sending lots of love to you and Bo. Who else have we got floating around the airs? Peter McZag, it was my pleasure. Denise, lovely to see you. Barry Silkman in the house. Hey, Barry, it's good to see you. Can't wait to catch up properly after this all madness is over again. Any chance of some Matchbox 20 tonight, Mr. Moore? I'm sorry, Tony. The problem is you ask for really songs that I don't know in the moment, and unless I really, really know, I really can't. But I will try and work on something for you, Mr. Rice. I will do my best. I don't wish to disappoint anybody. Tanya Sperling, one of my previous interview guests, is in the house as well. Sending you lots of love, Tanya. She's a very special spiritual soul, and you should go back. The nice thing about what we're doing here is that Spiros is working behind the scenes after each show and editing out the interview sections into little standalone pieces. So you can go back and you can revisit them all, and there'll be a whole series of them. So you can go back and listen to my interview with Tony, which was absolutely brilliant. Anyway, thank you everybody for being a part of the show. It's lovely to be at night 51, and well, we're all here together, right? So in an ideal world, we wouldn't all be here together. You'd all be coming to my gigs, and I'd be coming around to your place for dinner, and we'd be doing all of that stuff. But it's a new ideal world, so so we're going to do it this way. Right, what am I going to do next? Oh, yes, this is a song that I did last night, and I've decided I need to do it a few more times. The song's called Crave You, and did I do it last night? I think I did. Or was it the night before? I lose track of time now. Maybe it was the night before. No, I think it was last night. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's a really old song. Is it really old? It's quite old, 3 or 4 years old. And Suzanne Carter reminded me of it. And I had to go back to my voice memos on my iPhone to remind myself how it went. No, that's right. And then, no, I think she sent me a link to me playing it. And then I need the voice memos. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it for you now. It's called Crave You. This is really about... A lot of my songs are about the same thing, but just looking at it from different angles. This is about not being with the person that you want to be with and craving them and hoping that they will crave you back in the same way. And the kind of subtext of it is that when by this person not being your love anymore, they've now imprisoned your heart so the heart can't love anybody else. And the heart is stuck and you can't help it anymore. That's kind of the subtext. No, not that one. I suddenly can't find the chord. That's very weird. But that's so weird. It was there yesterday. Oh, I mustn't play that note. I've just realised. It's kind of a G shape, but you mustn't play that note up here. All right, I got it. Sorry. Relax. Just talking to myself. You've imprisoned my heart now, locked it up, thrown away the key. It's got to live in solitude somehow, with no hope that you'll set it free. It's innocent of any crime. Just loved you at the wrong time. So baby, won't you come back soon and save me? Just another chance and maybe you'll feel like I do. 'Cause baby, this heart is going stir crazy, praying that one day you'll crave me the way I crave you, the way I crave you. I've been trying to help my heart escape, but nothing works, the wall's too high. It's just another failed jailbreak, as one more day slips slowly by. It's innocent of any crime. It just loved you at the wrong time. So baby, won't you come back soon and save me? It's time to give hope to my heart, a little light within the dark. So, baby, won't you come back soon and save me? Just another chance, and maybe you'll feel like I do. 'Cause baby, this heart is going stir crazy, praying that one day you'll crave me the way I crave you, the way I crave you. The way I crave you. Thank you. Yes, there was a. I forgot where the middle bit went for a second. So some of these songs will be like, you know, those like those stamps where they've got like they were printed upside down and only like 2 of them were made, or they had a strange mark on them, and makes them crazy valuable because they're so unique. That's the way I like to think about these songs. They've got funny little mistakes in them that will never be repeated, so it makes them unique and very special, and I love them all. Thank you, Ian, for that nice comment. I will take that as a compliment. My Butlins days, I did used to go to Butlin, and I think many of our greatest entertainers learnt their craft by being red coats at Butlins, slightly better than blue coats at that other place. Can't even remember the name of the other place. What was the other place where they had blue coats? Anyway, the Butlins red coats, all of them, or many of them, went on to be superstars. So yes, great compliment. Thank you very much. It is actually a Versace as well. So Versace Butlins. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Tonight is the Area 51 of Tony Moore. It's true. You're in my area. A little earlier, we reached level 42, the meaning of life. I'm going to play one more song before, after this, we go to... thank you, Kelly, which was 51 nights. Incredible. Exactly what I'm thinking. We're going to go and see ILO in just a minute. So I'm going to play an original song, and I'm going to dedicate this one to Tamsin, who has been one of the key regulars since the very beginning. And she often asks for this, and she hasn't asked for it, so I'm going to give it to her unasked for. This is a song called On My Own. Now, if you've ever seen the video, it was shot on an iPhone 8S back last September. And it's the same iPhone 8S that's actually capturing the video for this show right now. It's an amazing camera, amazing lens on it and everything. So it was done in one shot, in one take. I'm playing on stage at the Bedford, and I walk... playing the guitar, my white guitar, down the streets of Balham. And Luke, who was our sound engineer at the time, is walking backwards. And my friend Robert Johnson, who I haven't heard from for a little while, not the dead one, but the still alive one, I hope, was kind of guiding him. And he had it on a little gimbal, so that it made it a little less wobbly. But we didn't rehearse it, we just did it. And luckily, traffic stopped, and a few people joined in behind us. Who weren't stooges but just added extra value to it, and it was a beautiful sunny day, and it was one of the funnest things I did, and it cost nothing really because we just did it. And if you want to see it, I'm sure Rani will pop a link to the video in the group page. So if you haven't signed up to the group page, do sign up. And also, please do share this. If you haven't done a share tonight, do another share. Not a Sunny and share, but you know what I mean. And also, like and follow. If you're new and you haven't liked and followed me, please like and follow me. In the meantime, this is On My Own. to get through. There's something that you've got to share. I feel strength lift me high, and I'm closer to you. What can I do? I don't want to say goodbye, and I try. Ooh, I try to be me without you, you see, and I try. Show you that I can shine on my own, on my own. I see signs all around, letting me know you're not letting me go, just guiding me homeward bound. I taste life, and it's sweet. 'Cause I know that you're there, you're always somewhere, and that makes my heart complete. And I try, ooh, I try to be me without you, you see. And I try, ooh, to find what is mine one day at a time, and show you that I can shine on my own. Sing to me, that beautiful noise, that magical voice is telling me you are free, and I try, ooh, I try to be me without you, you see, and I try, ooh, to find what is mine one day at a time, and show you that I can shine on my own, on my own, on my own, on my own, on my own. Thank you, everyone. Let's go and have a look at Ilo and see her perform something very special for us. She's been doing every single show with me as well.
This is me recording the piano, like a rough version earlier. My love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. Oh, and you're last. The skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover. Then I looked at you. Oh, I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. Lovely. Not too bad. Благодаря много, Татьяна. Радвам се, че ти хареса. Maria's favorite word is vibes.
Well, that was fantastic, wasn't it? That was Ilo doing what she does best. I just need to check something for 1 second. You're going to get a flash of something, or maybe not. I need to make sure that I've loaded something up. No, I haven't. Right. So I'm not sure how I can do this without giving the game away. Let me see if I can talk to you at the same time as edit something down here. And if I can't, then... Right, there you go. So we might have to do we might have to do some live editing. I don't know how we're going to do that. We saw Steve Cole last night playing beautifully, and so much in my head I was meant to replace that with Lisa Canny. So I'm not sure what to do about that, really. We might have to look at some cats instead. In the meantime, coming up in a little while, my very special guest, Calvin Parker, has written an incredible book. I think there's 2 books now, right? About his abduction by aliens in 1973 on October the 11th, my birthday. I know it's an incredible story, and we did talk to him before, and the sound was so bad, unfortunately, we had technical issues, that we've he's very kindly agreed to come back and talk to us again. And I know, of course, a lot of you weren't in the room at the time, so it's an opportunity for you to ask some questions. Very fascinating. In the meantime, as part of my strategy of trying to play songs that go along with the guest and the theme of the guest, I've got a song lined up. Can anyone guess what it is? There's about a 15 or 20 second lag here. So if anyone can guess what I'm going to play, I'm going to wait a few seconds just to see if any messages come in. So we're talking about alien abduction. And hey, Phil Tran, thank you for joining us. Good to see you here. If you can't get it, don't worry, I'm going to play it because I don't want to hang around too long. But just, I'm giving you the opportunity to have a few guesses. I'm guessing 20 seconds or so must have passed by now, and you're probably at the point. Yes, I'm looking at I can see myself because I'm watching the feed as well here. I can see myself asking the question. Some of you are thinking. I can see the brain box is going to work there, and any second now, someone's going to pop up with a suggestion of a song. It's not going to be Life on Mars, by the way. Close Encounters. Very good, Phil, but not that. It's actually a song, not just a piece of music. That's it. Anyway, no, it's not that. Tamsin, you got it. But this is so hard. So I'm going to Tony-fy it. In your mind you have capacities, to telepath messages through the vast unknown. Please close your eyes and concentrate with every thought you think upon the recitation we're about to sing. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Calling occupants of interplanetary most extraordinary craft. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Calling occupants of interplanetary most extraordinary craft. We've been observing our Earth, and we'd like to make contact with you. We are your friends. Calling occupants of interplanetary craft. Calling occupants of interplanetary ultra emissary craft. We've been observing your Earth, and one night we'll make a contact with occupants of interplanetary, quite extraordinary crowd. Please come in peace, we beseech you. Our earth may never survive. Please, interstellar policeman, I want you to give us a sign that we've reached you. Oh. With your mind you have ability to form and transmit thought energy far beyond the norm. Close your eyes and concentrate and tell the as we reach out on this world contact day. There we go. That's as close as you're going to get me doing the song after 10 minutes looking at it. It's 6 o'clock tonight and hoping for the best. Wow. But it's an amazing piece of music. Right. We're going to have a little look at a trailer, and from that we are then going to jump over and chat with Calvin Parker himself. So let's do that right now.
It's been a debate for decades. Are aliens out there, and have they ever made contact with us? After 45 years of keeping it a secret from his own family, a Gulf Coast man's declining health has given him a reason to write a book and leave his legacy. Calvin Parker is now ready to tell the story of the event that would change his life forever.
Do you ever get any feelings or flashbacks when you come out here?
No, it's changed. It's hard to feel anything when you come out here.
Something happened to him, the way they were upset. You don't fake fear. You know, he was scared. He was scared out of his mind.
In 1973, Calvin Parker was 19, a hard worker who just wanted to build a home and raise a family. But those plans would be derailed during a fishing trip in Pascagoula.
A real bright beam appeared all over us, but it kind of blinded me for a second, and when I got my vision back, I seen 3 bulky looking creatures coming toward us.
Parker will tell you, because of this night, he spent the last 45 years in hiding, scared to face the curious and unrelenting public eye.
We'd get up and go to work in the morning, nobody would never know, and they won't make us out to be idiots.
Men would take lie detector tests and pass. Ufologists and researchers flew in right away to interview and hypnotize the two, concluding they did experience something traumatic. The two were even sent to Keesler Air Force Base in Biloxi to make sure they weren't radioactive. Charles Hickson wrote a book on his encounter and spoke numerous times about it. He passed away in 2011.
You can't really pin everything down. You don't really know. And that's the point I'm holding now. I don't know what happened. I know something happened.
Wasn't that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? That trailer put together by Spiros. And I have Calvin Parker on the line right now. Calvin, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back.
Now, I know last time we had some challenges with the audio, so apologies for that. But we are really thrilled that you are here to join us and talk about your experience. Just very quickly, why don't we just jump right back into the start of it all? I know a lot of people weren't here watching the show when we originally discussed this, and I know you've talked about this many times, but we would love to hear how the story began.
Okay, good deal. My first day at work, October 11th, 1973, I was working at a small shipyard with Charles Hickson. And when we got off work, we decided to go fishing. So we went by and picked up our fishing equipment and went to a place called the Shaw Peter Shipyard. While we was at this shipyard, it took about 15 minutes. I seen the no trespassing signs. We walked down past the no trespassing signs, sat on the old pier they had there, pulled up a log, started fishing. Well, I was looking out across the river, and from behind me, I seen some blue lights reflecting across the water, and I thought it was actually the law down there to run us off. You know, I didn't know. I thought we were trespassing, but about that time, Charlie and I both stood up and turned around, and I was kind of shocked. It looked like a bright spotlight just shined on us, on the both of us there. Well, through the blinding light, I could make out 3 beings coming toward us. Now, I still didn't know if they was human or what they were, but I knew they was big. So they finally made it down. My eyes were still kind of blinded. And 2 of them got a hold of Charles, and 1 of them got a hold of myself. And they took us, or I felt an injection when they did that of some kind. So they took us to the front of the door of what appeared to be some kind of spacecraft or UFO or something. And I was looking in, wondering where these lights was coming from, and it was actually coming out of the paint.
Oh, wow, really?
So, you know, I didn't see no spotlights like you'd normally see, but it looked like the lights was just illuminating out of the paint. Well, they got us to the door. The one that had hold of me turned left. Now, I didn't see Charlie after this, and I couldn't move. All I could do was just kind of roll my head and my eyes a little bit. And they went just a few feet down the hallway and stopped in a door, and it looked like a examination room, I guess is what I'm going to call it. But it had a big glass table, and this robotic-looking thing took me over, laid me on this table, and I was laid on my back at a 45-degree angle or somewhere around there. And this thing came down out of the ceiling about the deck of cards, size of a deck of cards. And it started rotating around my head. And as it would rotate, you could hear it click, 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 click 4 times. Then it just shot back up into the ceiling. Well, by then, I call this one the old big ugly one. He backed off in a corner. And this more human-looking female creature came over, and she looked just like a, and I call it a she until this day. I'm not for sure about that, but she looked like a little redneck redneck woman, you know, in appearance and all. And she took her left hand and grabbed me by the chin and kind of felt of it, and I didn't feel no sensation in that whatsoever. And then she took it and mashed down on my chin and took her right hand, and that's when I noticed her 2 middle fingers was longer than the rest of the fingers. That was the only difference I could tell. Ran this down my throat, come up behind my whatever that little thing is that hangs down back there. It's trying to get up in my nasal cavities, I think. But I started choking, bleeding, and she pulled her fingers out, and she said, "We don't mean to harm you." And I was thinking, well, you know, it's too late for that. You know, I'm already bleeding, I'm choked down and everything else. And she just kind of backed up a little bit. With a big ugly one come alive like a jack-in-the-box that was standing in the corner, came back over and grabbed me by my left arm, and I felt another injection. And later on, we figured after going to the doctor and all, these injections were just to kind of calm us down. And this thing picked me up, carried me back out the door, and set me down at the river about the same place they picked us up. And that's when I heard Charlie, son, you okay? And I stood up. I mean, I was standing up, and I turned around and looked, and the bright lights went off, and this thing picked up off the ground a little bit and just shot right up in the sky. So that was the last we seen of it that night. But
so Calvin, did you did you have a sense that everything was happening in normal time, as it were? That the length of time that you spent on the craft was the length of time that you weren't, by the water?
I did. I felt like at this time that it did, but I've often second guessed that maybe I was in there longer than what I really felt like I was.
We've got some questions coming up, and whilst they're on the screen, they've gone very quickly. I'll look on my phone. One of the interesting things, of course, is that many people don't realise that you never said a word about this for, 46 years?
46 years, I kept it quiet. I was on a phone call today, and we was talking about it. And that's like I told him, I never talked to my wife, my family, my friends, nobody. I just kept my mouth shut, went to work every day. But it bothered me, through the years, and it had a real harming deal on the relationship with my wife. We actually separated and all there for a little while. So, but keeping the secret was one of the worst things that I did. And I'm not for sure about that because when it came out, it was just last year when we did the book. And, it's improved my marriage and all. You keep a secret from a woman 46 years, you got some serious problems.
Absolutely. Did Charles talk about it as well, or did he keep it secret as well?
No, Charles took the different route than what I did, and that's why we had a falling out.
Right.
He decided to go public with everything. I guess he was on all the news media, the talk shows, and everything he could get on to talk about it.
And did he make it out that he was there on his own, or did he say that you were with him, or did he say that someone else was with him but didn't identify you?
No, he identified me, and he's always said, I was with him because I listened to a couple of interviews on some talk shows he did, like Johnny Carson and some more. But we had a falling out because we had sat there and agreed to keep it quiet between us, not to tell nobody, and just get up the next morning and go to work. And I stood by my word, and I felt like he had broke his word by going public with it.
Right. So we have lots of questions coming in. Elizabeth Rogers' question: do you still have any dreams or flashbacks about that time?
Not so much anymore, but I do every now and then. And it's more of a curiosity dream. I try to sit back and lay in the bed and look and see if I could see anything different that was in the room or not.
Another question from Mo. Any recent events? Have there been any recent events that have occurred around you?
No, sir, it hadn't. And I still live in almost the same spot, fish in the same river that this happened in. And my wife and I get up at 2 or 3 in the morning and go out and fish. So it hadn't been nothing recent.
Right. We've got one of our friends in the room, Elizabeth Roberts, has got your book. She is so excited. She wants to talk to you, but she can't, unfortunately, because we don't have the technology for her to do that. But obviously, you've created an enormous amount of interest, firstly, by having not spoken for 46 years, and secondly, by being so very open and forthright and very detailed in what you've been saying to us all. Somebody's just asked, what are your thoughts about the fact that after decades of government denial, the US Navy just recently has released footage that they say is, from their point of view, unidentified objects that are not American, they're not Russian. Does that help you feel validated?
I do, but all this time that I was living through this, I knew what happened because I lived it, I was there. But just trying to tell somebody else about it, not feeling like they believed you. So this put a little validation in my life. And I feel like, before too long, that maybe there's going to be some evidence come down that'll really prove everything.
Right. Now, the last time we spoke, you mentioned that in the early 90s, you were revisited. Tell us about that and how it happened.
In 1993, of course, this was a lot later than 73. I got up one morning, and back then I didn't fish at night anymore. And I told my wife that I was going fishing, but I'd be back before dark. Well, this was about 11 o'clock. I shut down to eat my lunch. And the next thing I knew, I had all this missing time from 11 o'clock that day to 3 o'clock the next morning when I come to. And I was stunned. I just knew I'd sat there and overslept and all, through this thing. And everybody was going to be worried about me. But I feel like they came in. I feel like that they was an implant in my nasal cavity. And she had come back to get that implant back out then, maybe change it out or something. I really don't know the purpose of the mission. But that was the last time that I had any incident with them.
Spiros Molaris has a question. He says, when you go back there fishing, do you secretly wish they might come back?
No, sir. It would scare the living daylights out of me right now, they did. I mean, I can handle things better because I'm a lot older,
right?
Not afraid to die, but nobody should go through this kind of trauma in their life. This is like a home invasion, somebody pulling you out of your house, throwing you in a van, giving you a physical.
Right.
It's kind of like I told somebody one day, I got a physical, hired and fired all in the same day. So, it was a bad experience.
Yeah. Calvin, have you ever spoken to other people that have had similar experiences to you?
Not until last year after the book came out and I started going to these conferences. And, I would talk to people that had experiences like Travis Walton and, of course, Betty Hill, and even talked to Colonel Marcel. I was friends with him before he left. And now Marcel wasn't abducted as far as I know, but he had physical evidence that I wanted to see. But I never got to see it. He died the day he was going to show it to me the day after.
My God, how tragic. That's terrible. So you're basically still in the same place that you've always been, same place where it all happened. And
yes, sir.
What was the impetus to write the book, to suddenly start talking and revealing everything? Obviously, it's been a lot of pressure on you to having kept it secret, but was there a particular event that happened?
It was one of my neighbors passed away. Me and my wife went to the wake. Well, for all this time, she would never call my real name in public because I wouldn't allow it. We actually signed a register that day at the wake. I messed up and signed my real name, and it started drawing the attention of everybody at the funeral home. And I told my wife, I said, we need to go. This isn't the place or the time. This lady's trying to grieve her husband and with her daughter and all. We need to get out of here. So we left, and on the way home, my wife said, you need to write a book. Well, I just put her off. Right. Because I don't have much of an education. I didn't feel like I was capable of writing one. And just so happened that Philip Mantle, he's a publisher there in the UK, called me the very next day. And I look at karma like things that's meant to happen is going to happen. And he said, Calvin, I don't know why you hadn't written a book, because one thing, you say everybody changes your story. If you put it black and white and document it, it's there. They can't change that. And that made a lot of sense to me. So a week later, he called back, and we got together and agreed it.
Fantastic. And I seem to remember that there's a second book as well now?
It is. It's just a follow-up of the first book. It was so much happened in we couldn't get it all in the first book. Well, it hadn't happened yet. But this second book to come out is since the first book. It has eyewitness accounts, new evidence, new witnesses, and it has all this in the second book. And it turned out to be just as big as the first one, 800 and something pages.
Wow.
And actually, I enjoy it better than I do the first book.
So Elizabeth Roberts asked, how can she get a book signed? I'm not sure, Elizabeth, but maybe if you just drop a little note to Spiros, who knows Calvin well, and maybe we can get Calvin to, if not necessarily sign the book, send a signature over that you can add to the book or something like that. Do you have
that would work.
Do you have any plans to come to the UK when the lockdown's over, Calvin?
I do. I missed the trip last time because I got sick. I was supposed to be there last year. And then this year we was making plans for all of it. And of course this virus thing shut everything down. And they pretty much just have us locked in home, and the airport shut down around here.
Right.
But I do have plans to make a trip there. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Well, listen, Calvin, 15 minutes has flown by. It's been absolutely fascinating speaking to you. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us and being so open and honest.
Thank you.
We look forward to welcoming you to the UK and maybe catch up again and do another interview after that. In the meantime, you can still get the book on Amazon, can't you, and other outlets?
Yes, sir, Amazon. Pascagoula, The Closest Encounter, My Story, Calvin Parker.
Thank you, Calvin.
And they have the new book right there back. They can look at it too, new evidence, new witnesses.
Fantastic.
But
listen, Calvin,
thank y'all.
It's been a pleasure, and I will look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Wow, that was the amazing Calvin Parker. There's just not, really, this should be a 2-hour show just talking to him about that experience. We're just only able to see the tip of the iceberg, but what an incredible story from what an incredible man. We are now going to take a short break, and we're going to see Steve Cole again. Now, some of you saw him last night, and some of you haven't seen him yet. So that's okay, isn't it? It's a great song. He's a great singer, and he's a great friend of all of us, and he's part of our family. So why not have 2 lots of Steve Cole? It's the same song again, but let's do it right now.
Love it had so many beautiful faces, share lives and sharing days. My love it had so many empty spaces. I'm sharing the memories now. I hope that's how it stays. Now I'm deep inside love, I'm still breathing. She is holding my heart in her hand. I'm the closest I've been to believing this could be love forever. All throughout my life, the reasons I've demanded. But how can that reason with a reason I'm a man? It's what I need from her. It's forever love. Gets what I need from her. Gets what I need from her. Oh, what I need from her is forever love. Forever love. Forever love, forever love. Guess what I need from her. Guess what I need from her. Oh, what I need from her is forever.
Stay safe, everybody.
Well, there we go. That was the fantastic Steve Cole with a second rendition of the song that we premiered yesterday from him. But so good, it was worth playing twice, right? Now we are into the final furlong of tonight's show. We're already 1 hour and nearly 40 minutes in. It just goes so quickly, doesn't it? I'm going to play a song that I wrote at the end of the 70s. And this, I'm going to dedicate this to my mum. She loves this song. And although my mum is not that well at the moment, she's in bed much of the time. What I do after the show finishes, I take my iPad and she watches it again. And I go and make myself some mashed butter beans and some frozen peas and stuff while she watches the show. So I'm going to just give her a quick shout out and say, Mum, I love you and I'm very proud of you. And this song's for you. This song's called Fool. Standing next to someone I don't know, she laughs at me. Think I'm winning, but how can it show? Can she really see? Lights come on, a fluorescent shout, too bright, they're much too rough. Midnight comes and we're emptying out. No streets are good enough. what you mean to me. Oh, you fool, you still don't see yet. Oh, you fool, you'll never see what you mean to me. Oh, you fool, you still don't see yet. Freezing night, but I'm getting much warmer. Something is happening. Maybe you are the one that I needed to be a part of me. Oh, you fool, you'll never see what you mean to me. Oh, you fool, you still don't see it. There we go. I love you, Mum. So, where are we? Put my glasses. There we go. 51 nights, eh? What a journey we're having. What an adventure we're having. Nobody else is having this adventure except us. It just belongs to us. Vicky Leonard. Hey, Vicky. Sending you lots of love. Ah, right. Now you're here. It reminds me. Two things. I need to have a chat with you about Ollie and Route 66. Because although everything's closed, we need to start planning and gearing up for everything. So I'd love to give you a chat and talk about that. However, Torty Wine, as you all know, I have this collaboration with this wonderful winery. And despite the fact that Route 66 is not available yet because we couldn't do it because the lockdown came, there is a lot of Torty wine in the country. And Great Wine Direct, which is part of the same company that distributes it, are based over here. So you can get Torty wine without having to go to the shops. You can have it shipped to you. You can do it via e-commerce. So Rania, although we're going to put all the links in the group chat, you could also pop the link in here quickly if you wanted to. But the company is called GreatWineDirect.com. That's not wines, but singular, GreatWineDirect.com. And you'll find all the Torty wines there. If you use the code TONY, Tony, and then the number 20, Tony20, you'll get 20% discount on anything. Yes, not just Route 66 because it hasn't arrived yet, but they've done a deal and agreed to give a discount to friends of mine and people that come with the Tony20 code right across the board. So if you're going to get some wine anyway, why not get some Torty wine from Great Wine Direct? So I'd love you to do that. It's fantastic wine, and I'm sure you will become a wine fan of Torties along with the way what I have done as well. So Suzanne Carter sending nice messages. Hey, Linda. Oh, thank you very much. Good to see you here. And Duncan, we're going to be having a chat with Duncan on Friday, so I'm really excited about that. Yes, it's a nice little room, isn't it? It's my little pied de terre. I've got the night sky behind me, just reminding me that it's just a beautiful evening out there. In the meantime, let's play a little bit more music. Why not? See what I did there? Spiros is turning. And Sarah, if she's still in the room, is enjoying the pun, I'd like to think. Right, here we go. What am I going to play for you now? Oh, yes. This song is called Good Enough. And I played it a few times as I played nearly all of my songs a few times over 51 nights. You would expect it because I'm playing on average somewhere around about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 plus songs every night. And obviously I'm trying not to play the same 12 songs because even I get bored of doing that. This song is about dealing with rejection. And the thing is, we all have to deal with rejection on a daily basis in some way, shape or form. Sometimes it's from a work point of view, sometimes from a creative point of view, sometimes from a relationship point of view. Sometimes you might not even notice it's very small, but sometimes it's big, right? And sometimes people can be very hurtful and be very mean in the way that they speak to you and deal with you in life. And you've got to rise above that and understand that we are all worth so much. And other people's opinion of us usually is based on their own negative opinion of themselves. So this song is called Good Enough, and you'll see why. If you cut my skin, then I'd bleed like you. I've a heart within. I'm a person too. If you can't be kind, then don't be cruel. 'Cause I may be blind, but I am no fool. I just need love and tenderness, a gentle touch or soft caress. I know the truth can sometimes hurt, but all I ask is, am I good enough? You locked the door and lost the key, God knows what for. It's a mystery. You left me here alone and scared. It would appear that you never cared. I just need love and tenderness, a gentle touch or soft caress. I know the truth sometimes is tough, but I gotta ask is, am I good enough? If you cut my skin, then I bleed like you. I've a heart within. I'm a person too. I just need love and tenderness, a gentle touch, a soft caress. I know the truth sometimes is tough, but I've gotta tell you, I'm good enough. You never get another one like me. I'm good enough. One day you'll wake up to the truth and see I'm good enough to be anything I really want to be. I'm good enough to know that love is all we really need. I'm good enough for me. Exactly, right? As long as you're good enough for yourself, as long as you and me and everybody on this journey has the strength inside to know and love ourselves for ourselves and be good enough for ourselves, that's good enough, right? We have our own inner balance, our own inner understanding of what we can achieve. and never let anybody else tell you what you can't achieve, because anything is possible, right? 51 nights of this. Who really? 51 nights. Anyway, let's have a little look in the chat room, because in 10 minutes' time I got to go. Time for butter beans and sharing the show with my mum. So, who's popped in whilst we've been live? Who's had to go? I know it's busy times, but I do love you all. You know that, don't you? Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Wendy. And hey, Stephen. Yes, I'm missing that story. You missed a great. Oh, don't tell me. I missed Toad in the Hole, did I? My goodness gracious me. You have the best meals, Vicky Leonard. I wish I was a lot closer. Are you in the hot tub by any chance? It's a bit chilly for that, isn't it? Just checking, though. You never know. You never know with Vicky. She can easily pop into the hot tub. Paul, okay. Right. So a little message just popped up in front of me and just confused me for one little second there. Anyway, Stephen Pratt says, is there any footage of the UK encounter? Oh, there's all kinds of stuff happening in the chat room. It's exciting, isn't it? Well, there you go. Well, I'm going to play another song now, another original song. This I'm going to dedicate to Tots. The Hills family doing well for requests tonight, aren't they? She didn't ask for this, but she has asked for it in the past. So I thought, do you know what, I'm going to put my glasses back on again so I can read it. This is a song called That's My Girl. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. If you don't know what it's about, it doesn't matter. It should be just a nice song. If you do know what it's about, well, you know what it's about. I see you stare at her like she's already yours. That look of confidence that can open so many doors. You know you're good, you got the moves, you got the line. But I gotta tell you, buddy, that girl is mine. You must be new around here with your city slicker ways. That won't impress her much. Well, you know what Shania says. I get your type, you're alpha male by design. But I gotta tell you, buddy, that girl is mine. That girl is mine. I've known it from the day we met when she sat next to me. First day of school and my life changed totally. And don't think she's easy 'cause she's sitting on her own. She likes it that way when she's all alone. I'm sure you're wealthy and you're healthy and in your prime. Well, you can back away now, buddy, 'cause that girl is mine. That girl is mine. I watch you buy her drinks and try to make her smile, but she is just pretending. I said I'd be back in a while. I want to tell her that I miss her all the time. And I know that you can't hear me, but buddy, that girl is mine. That girl is mine. I only went back home to get the gift that I forgot. Who knew that red light racer just couldn't stop? Though it's been 10 years, still she's not moving on. She's always coming back and putting on the same old song. And when somebody says, do you want, she just declined. Well, tough luck, buddy, 'cause that girl is mine. That girl is mine. That girl is mine. That girl is mine. Yes, she is. That girl is mine. thank you, everyone. We are rapidly approaching the top of the hour, and so I'm just going to get rid of this message that's just popped up. There we go. And that means, sadly, it's the end of the show. Another 2 hours have slipped away almost effortlessly. So I want to say thank you to Spiros Molaris for doing all the graphics, doing all the hard work, creating the looping videos and the promo videos, arranging the guests, and making that part of the show so effortless. I want to say thank you to Rania for all her support and her research, and she and Spiros behind the scenes cooking things up and making sure that I'm fed with the right information to know what's going on. Because my brain really is Swiss cheese these days, full of holes made up by too much information melting their way through my head. Trying to learn chords, lyrics, remember to load up files on the computer. There's so much to do. But I'm not complaining. Just it is what it is, right? And I'm loving the journey. And that's the truth, right? We have to love the journey because that's all we've got. When the journey reaches its destination, that's the end, right? So who wants the end? That's it, right? You don't want the destination to come too quickly. You want to enjoy the journey. But if you're too busy looking forward to disregard or not to be able to regard the immediacy of the journey around you, you'll miss such great beauty. Because there is great beauty hiding everywhere, waiting to surprise you, waiting to delight you, waiting to inspire you, right? All of us have a dream, all of us. All of us have a little voice in our head that's guided us along and told us there was things that we would love to do. And some of us don't act on it, some of us postpone it, but all of us have a dream. So don't ever let that dream go. Don't forget that the entire planet, what we have now, only started as a dream once in somebody's head. We were walking barefoot through forests, getting thorns in our feet, going, ow, this really hurts. And somebody had an idea. What if we put something to cover our feet so that it didn't hurt when we walk with bare feet? Yes, I know still some people work with bare feet, right? But they've got toughened skin, right? But someone came up with the idea of a shoe. Then somebody else came up with an idea. Well, this shoe keeps slipping off. What if we were to tie some twine through some holes to hold it tight? You get what I mean, right? Everything starts with a dream. The dream doesn't have to be the biggest dream in the world. It just has to be a dream. So whatever your dream is, it's real, it's valid, and it all has potential. So that takes us to the point where we have to remember that you can't live in the past. It's been and gone. It's like a country you... Exactly. And you can't live in the future either, because the future is an unwritten book. Anything may... Yes. The only thing that you can understand, the only thing that you can experience, the only thing that you can enjoy is the moment you're in right now. And if you don't enjoy the moment you're in, it's impossible to enjoy anything. So if you can take every moment and make it the best moment and add those moments up at the end of every day, it will be the best day of your life. And so far, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, 51 days later, it's still the best day of my life right now. This is for all of you. Thank you. Yourself up. The sun is shining, but the day won't wait for you. If you're not there, everybody else will take your share, 'cause the backseat drivers are just survivors. So grab the wheel and take control and live for today. It's the prayer that you've been given. Don't dream away precious moments you could be living now. You gotta get out of bed and motivate your aching bones, you sleepy head. Don't hesitate, 'cause everybody else is wide awake. Don't be lazy. Drives me crazy to see you miss the boat again. So live for today. It's the present that you've been given. Don't dream away precious moments you could be living right here and now. There's no future if you don't Well, it's a crime, yeah, 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 yeah. So live for today. It's the present that you've been given. Don't dream away precious moments you could be living right here and now. There's no future if you don't try to live for today. For today, it's the best day of your life. And it's the best day of your life. Now you know what you need to do right here. Sing with me. It's the best day of your life. Everybody in America, sing. It's the best day of your life. Everybody in Canada, sing. It's the best day of your life. Everybody in Clapham Junction should be singing right now. It's the best day of your life. Everybody near Farnham or everybody in Scotland. It's the best day of your life. Everybody who's called Vicky Leonard should be singing right now. It's the best day of your life. Everybody who's called Simone Lindner should be singing. It's the best day of your life. If your name's Tots, Finn, Tabitha, Dave or Sue, you should sing. The best day of your life. If you are Steve, Sarah or Millie Cooper, you should sing. It's the best day of your life. If you're Elizabeth Roberts, you should definitely sing. It's the best day of your life. If you are Stephen Pratt or Ian Matthews, you should be singing. It's the best day of your life. If you're Tamsin Keating, I want to hear you singing. It's the best day of your life. In fact, everybody on the planet, sing one last time. It's the best day of your life. Oh my goodness me. It's been a great show. Thank you so much, everybody. Yes, I'm in the car ready to drive home from the studio. I think you know what I mean. You have all been an amazing, wonderful, truly inspiring group of energy to be part of. I love you all very much indeed. Jenny says that Jay sings this to wake her up every day. That's a good way to wake up, right? Thank you, Janice McZag and Peter McZag. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, Rania and Spiros. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you all. You have been wonderful. I wish you a safe night wherever you are. Some of you it'll be a safe day, right? Because if you're in Australia or if you're in America, we're in a different time zone, right? However, we will be back tomorrow night, night number 52. If you want any requests, if you go into the group chat, there will be the request line there. It's also in the description box for this particular show. I'm going to update the pinned at the top video at some point, and it will be in there. So if you want to request something, please do. In fact, you should see, by the way, the second part of my day. This is me getting ready for the show. I forgot to show you this. So this is my production space. This is where I write songs, where I record my music mainly, and where I rehearse stuff. And I've got, time is now 5 o'clock. I'm a bit behind, actually. I've already rehearsed one new song, and I've listened to one other song that I'm going to work on as a request. And yes, my little creative zone. The pressure is on. 5 o'clock, I always start to feel the adrenaline start to pump a little bit. When everything seems so hard, and there are so many songs to learn, requests arriving at my door, and every day there's more and there's more. Just remember this, and don't send anymore. I can't learn anymore. Don't send anymore. Don't send anymore. Don't send anymore. At least till tomorrow. Anyway, I thought you might like to see this. There you go. That's the work I put in, just a little sliver of it. Hey, Bev Gross. I forgot to say hello and, well, say goodnight now. Anyway, thank you one and all. Have a wonderful evening, wonderful day, wonderful morning, whatever it's going to be. But I will be back for number 52 tomorrow night, 8 p.m. So don't go anywhere else at 8 o'clock tonight. And do tell the world, we're still going to try and get this up to 1 million. Is that what we're going to try and do? Yes. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, I'm off to have my beans now. Yes, I love you very much. Thank you, Vicky. I believe in you too. And always the Sun, the Stranglers. I'll have a look. You did put it in the request box. I know it's in there. So much to learn. I'll give it a go. Anyway, thank you one and all. I love you all very much. Thanks. Good night. Stay safe.